Hello, in this video I would like to share my new starts and my two finishes. Hello and welcome to the craft room. So you may notice there's a bit of a difference at the back here. It's looking a bit bland. And yeah, that's because things have been going on. So this is what's going on in the craft room. So yes, there's been work gone inside the craft room being worked on, and then we have scaffolding all out the back as well, all around the house. So I've been stitching a lot to stay calm, and I've had two finishes. Let's move you over. Let's cover up the nastiness. All is good. It's just work needs to be done sometimes. So the first thing that I have finished is my Moons Out, Brooms Out by Autumn Lane Stitchery. And so this is a PDF pattern. And so the fabric that I chose is an even weave 28 count, and it's called Dusky Sky, and it's a fabric flare one. I've used some of my own colours where I didn't already have the ones that were called for. I've put some sparkle in the moon, so I just went over it. You probably can't see it on camera, but it is sparkly. And then on some of the stars I've done a sparkle. So this has got the DMC and the sparkle. That's just the sparkle, and then the little dots are just the DMC. I've just done it as charted, nothing different, just the different colours. So yeah, that's different. You know what I mean. So yes, I'm really pleased with it. I really wanted it to be finished by October so I can get it framed and actually put it up this year. It was a lot of fun to stitch. And yeah, there's not much to say about it because I've shown it quite a few times. It wasn't as bad as I thought to do the moon. I thought that was going to take a lot longer than it did, but as I say, I've just been hiding out. My husband said I was like a cat. If you are a cat owner or had a cat before, you'll know that when something's going on in the house, they just disappear into the furniture and you don't know where they are. And my husband said I was like that. I just disappeared. It was just all too stressful. So yeah, I've just been hiding out and stitching. So I finished that one. So yeah, that is Moons Out, Brooms Out, Autumn Lane. So that's one finish. I've got the FlossTube itchy nose, I'm afraid. Next one is Bothy threads, and it was Shall We Dance. So this is a kit, and this is how it should look. So I used all the threads from the kit, but I swapped out the fabric. This is another fabric flare fabric, and it's aquamarine. So it's like a watermark one. And I used the threads for it, so it all went really well. I did change I don't think I made a mistake, but just here, it just seemed like a big splodge of the lighter colour, and I didn't like how it looked. So I just filled it in just with some threads to just go, I just stitched over it just to blend it in a bit more. So as I say, I don't know, on here, it's where this white bit is here, so it is quite prominent. But you know when your eye just zooms to something and it just didn't look right? Whether it was my mistake, I don't know, because it's the same over here. But it seems, I don't know if it's, the other side seems to blend in more in my eyes. So anyway, I did go a bit off on my own tangent on that one a little bit. But yeah, there's hardly any back stitch in this. It's just around the eyes, and there's a couple of French knots there in the eyes. All the rest is just stitching. So yeah, I've really enjoyed that one as well. It's been quite a quick one to do, and nice little blocks of colour. So that one's all finished. I'm going to make that one into a pillow, like quite a big pillow, to swap over from the bee one that I've got already. I have also got a page finish. This is my long dog sampler, and it's the brain freeze. It is Templar Prophecy. And so this is just stitched on. Oh, that's why I've left some threads to carry it on down. This is just a neutral even weave that I'm stitching it on, and the thread is 115, and so you can see which page I did this time. I finished off the dragon here and did that bit, so literally I've got one more page and then I'll finish that little strip, and then I'll go down to the last strip, the last 5 pages at the bottom. So I really love to finish this one this year, but I don't think I will. But yeah, if I do plug away at it, I might finish it early next year. But it would be really nice to finish this one off. I do love stitching on it. It's nice to just stitch in one thread, but have that variegated, so it gives it a bit more just interest in stitching it rather than just one colour. So that is my Templar Prophecy. I'm whizzing through these. I thought I had quite a lot to show, but now it's nearly got through already. So the next one is, and this is from the Emma Congdon book. This is Cross Stitch for the Earth. It's got some lovely designs in this book. This is the first one that I've stitched from it, and this is Between the Pines, and so I'm stitching this just on a plain dark green Ada. This one's on. I chose the Ada this time to be kinder to myself because it is quite dark. It's looking a little bit brighter on screen. That's probably about it, holding it back there. But yeah, I'm just coming into, you can see where it finished there. Since you last saw it, I've progressed up that little bit, that section in the middle. And so it's coming into some pinks now, away from the green. So there's a lot of work where it's just the fabric for these trees. It's not stitched in there, and like the deer isn't stitched. So yeah, really enjoying this, looking forward to this being on the wall as well. It looks quite small, but there's an awful lot of stitching in there. So yeah, that's the Emma Congdon Between Two Pines. I shall show you the picture of it all finished completely. So as you see, it doesn't go up too much further now. So probably got another third to go, I think, because I'm just here at the top of this pine, so I've just got up here to go. So that one's coming along nicely. And then I have a new start. So this one is Heart of Autumn. It's by Little Dove Designs. And I saw this on somebody's FlossTube. I can't remember whose it was. And I really love those colours. And as we just started September, I thought, yeah, I really fancy doing a seasonal piece. And I was thinking it looks small and it'd be quick, but it's probably not going to end up that way, is it? So on these designs there is all 4 seasons. So there is the summer, which is really nice. The person I saw, who did I see? Have I written it down? Stitch and Chill, Kelsy, I was watching, and she has finished the summer one. I'll link her video down below. She's finished the summer one and now she's going on to the autumn one. I really love the summer one as well. I'd like to stitch the summer one. I don't know if I will stitch the winter one. I will see, perhaps see how long it takes me to do this one. But I'm not so keen on the winter one, but let's see. When Kelsey, she's going to stitch all of them, so when she's stitched hers, then perhaps it will change my mind when I actually see it rather than just a picture. So that's the winter one, and then you've got the spring one, and the spring one's cute as well. Don't love it as much as the autumn one, but once again, I might, once I've stitched this one, depending on my experience with this one, then I might want to do the spring one as well. But at the moment, I've only bought you can buy them in a set. I got mine off of Etsy. And you can buy them singly, or you can buy all 4 together, and so it's cheaper if you buy the 4 together. But because I didn't know if I wanted to stitch them all, I just thought I would just pick up this one first of all, and then just purchase them as I wanted them. So it's got nice scarecrow at the top there. So I've started in the centre, and chart comes in 4. So I'm starting in the centre. I'm going to do this quarter up here first. So I shall be stitching on the scarecrow, the sunflowers and the pumpkins. Then I move over to, is it a house or is it a shed? I think it might be like a garden shed, I'm not sure, with the toadstool, and then going down to the bench at the bottom. So I've started on the leaves here at the moment, and all I've got so far is that little piece. So a very small start at the moment. So I'm just using a very neutral, it's like a cream, I'll call it like a bone colour. It's like a creamy, not pink, but if I say pink, perhaps I've got this itchy nose again. It's got a slightly pinky, peachy tone, but it's not pink or peach. It is definitely a neutrally creamy beige colour, but it's just got that warm tone to it. So when I wanted to do this from stash using what I've got, shop from home. And so I wanted to use what I had, and I just thought this would work better because there's a lot of white. I did have some grey as well, but I didn't think it would show up quite as much. So I put the white onto this, and I thought it was showing up. So hopefully it will do when I actually start stitching. So I've just started in the centre there with the leaves, and so it is right there that I'm starting. And so as I say, then I'll come up here and do that section. But yeah, I think there's 15 different colour DMCs to be used. I shopped from home, I only had 6 of them. But I wanted to do all from, because I've got a lot of floss to use. So I thought, right, I'm just going to swap it out. So all the colours, I swapped out so that I made it up from what I had rather than buying extra. So that is what I've started on. So I think this is going to be quite a focus for me at the moment, something different to just, get into it. And while I'm excited about it, just looking forward to autumn, not looking forward to autumn. The trees are already starting to drop their leaves. Don't really want to let go of the warm weather, enjoying the warm weather, but just love the colours of the autumn pieces, so I thought it'd be nice to start that, especially as I've finished my Halloween one. So yeah, we shall see how big, well, I can tell you how big it is. I don't know what it is, but even when you cut your fabric, even when I cut my fabric, I still don't realise how big something is, but it is quite big. If I take it out of, because it's supposed to be, how big is it? I haven't got the page with me. I think it's 10 by 10. Is it 10 by 10? It's about 10 by 10, I think. It is a lot bigger. And you think, oh, that's a small piece. No, Tina, it's not. I use a Q-snap, by the way. That's what I prefer to stitch on with a grime guard, if you was wondering. Because I make knitting videos as well, but I've not been knitting at the moment. But some of my knitters like to watch my cross stitch videos, even though they don't cross stitch, just to have a look at what's going on. So this is the piece of fabric. So I just squared it off, as I said, because I already had it. And so I think I've left about 3 inches all the way around. So it's about 6 inches too wide. So it's still going to be quite big, the actual piece, so quite a sizable piece it was going to be. They have framed it in just a square frame, which I think works nicely, so I shall probably do the same as that. So yeah, that is where I am. That is what I'm getting excited about at the moment with my cross stitch. So I do go through these phases. I've been through the past few months, I've been very much leaning into my knitting, but I really seem to be leaning into the cross stitch at the moment. So we shall see how long it lasts. Perhaps I shall meet both in the middle, but at the moment all I want to do is stitch. So I'm just going with it because it's our hobbies and we need to just do what we fancy doing at the time, don't we? A little spoiler alert, so this is not the only new start that I'm going to have this month, because I have fabric for 2 projects on the way and some threads. So I am going to be starting the other Bothy threads one that I have, which is Poppy Field. Love this one. Another autumny design. I thought it looked lovely. So this is a kit again. But I'm going to swap out the fabric, and I've ordered some other fabric that I hope is going to work. So that's another start. And then, because I only seem to be stitching things with orange in this month, I am going to miss the stitching Nora Corbett, and this is Miss Solar Eclipse. And I've had this in stash for a long time, and so I am going to start this because I love those wings. And so I have some fabric coming for her as well, so I'm very excited for that fabric to arrive, and so I shall be starting one, if not 2, as soon as it gets here. So yeah, lots of different projects this week. I say this week, it might be this week. I thought it's been a few days, so hopefully it'll come in soon and I can start those. So yes, that is what my plans are for September, going into November. And yeah, I shall reveal the fabric and my new starts as soon as it gets here. So thank you so much for watching. I've really enjoyed having a little chat with you. I hope you're loving whatever you're stitching on, and I shall see you again very soon. Take care. Bye for now.